Welcome.
Hi, Mars. Hello.
Hi, Tim. Hello.
Coffee talk.
Welcome to Coffee Talk.
So, Animation Mentor, we're live again, right?
Live
Oh,
stream
Talk to us.
For-
Where are we at?
for August. We're
Right, for August. Call them out. We know we're doing Facebook Live.
we're doing Facebook,
Yeah.
LinkedIn,
The LinkedIn.
and YouTube all together. All at the same
YouTube's
time.
all together. Very cool. Very good. Very good. This is going to be fun.
How do you put all those together?
It's a trifecta. It's a triad. It's a hydra.
How about
It's
Face-
the hydra
how
of
about
social.
FaceTubing?
Oh, I like that one a lot.
FaceTubing.
FaceTube in. I like that.
FaceTubing.
Yeah. Link
That's what we're doing. We're FaceTubing.
link book tube bin. I don't know. Whatever it is. Amy, what's up? Welcome. Sajad checking in.
Nice,
We got the
nice.
squad. Well, so where is everybody checking in from? Mars, talk to us. Where are you coming from?
I'm from I'm from the actual San Francisco Bay Area, born and raised.
Shout out the Bay.
Yep. But I'm sitting here in Northeast Ohio. The weather is beautiful right now.
I too am a Bay Area native, right? Northern California. However, I've also repositioned myself somewhere else in the United States, in a fine state, the natural state, I guess they call it, Arkansas.
Repositioned.
A little different, So that's cool.
And in the background here, we must not forget,
Oh yeah,
we've got Normac, also
Yeah,
known as
Normac.
Cameron,
yes.
either way. He's going to be helping us out with some of the chats. So if you've got questions, and that's what today's for, asking questions. What is Animation Mentor all about? Any questions you have about how to register, which class to start off
Yes.
with, tuition, all those.
And it's
sorts of things.
important. You and I, we're not doing this stuff we're not animators doing stuff for a living. So if you've got technical questions about stuff, probably not the best people to ask about that. You want to ask a professional, right? You want to like a mentor
Right.
that works
Right.
for us. That's where all this kind of stuff kind of happens. Amy, just waiting for my class to start.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
And welcome to Allison. Allison and I have been talking for quite a while. She just
Yeah.
registered for her first class.
I saw
in the
that.
Maya
actually.
workshop. Yep.
Yeah.
And AN01 for the fall. So super
Yep.
exciting. And Allison, we're chatting about Animation Mentor. So any
Talking it
questions
up.
that you have, or you can just listen in, whatever is good for you.
Oh, that's good coffee though.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Dirt-
It's in my Prince
water.
cup, by the way.
If you have a soy vanilla latte, it's also a 3-bean soup.
Oh, I like
Coffee
that.
beans,
I like-
soybeans. What was the other one? Vanilla beans.
And I've always said I hate 3-bean soup, but now it's taken on a whole different thing. Laura, what's up? Bobadilla from
Oh,
Spain.
yes. We got Peru in the house. We've got
Nice.
Turkey.
John's
Panama
checking in.
City.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Luis. Panama
We
City.
got,
What's up, Luis?
The UK. Right.
Man, we got a squad
Seeing
check.
a lot of familiar countries too.
Yeah.
Tim and I, we talk to students all around the entire world, and
Yeah.
we often. I called a student in Spain this morning, and he was like, "Oh, I'm surprised you called me."
Yeah,
we
they're
call
always
students-
super shocked.
Yeah,
right?
they were really surprised. We call as many students as we possibly can. If you put your phone number on your application, we're going to give you a call.
We're going to WhatsApp
Or
you,
we're going to WhatsApp you, text
Yeah.
you, whatever.
send you positive thoughts.
we're going to make sure that you're feeling good.
Mars has an
Um,
amethyst phone. I haven't seen it in a while, but he does have one.
Well, I've got kind of a smaller tourmaline phone now.
Oh, that one works. You know what I mean? It's a little bit cheaper, too. Namaste to you, Jill. Very
Yes,
good.
welcome from
Seal
India.
from
We've got-
Canada. Wow.
And as I'm looking at this list of countries here, we've got students in pretty much all of those countries.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we said, United Nations of Animation. Here it
I love
is.
I love
This
that.
is the spot.
Well, cool.
Very
Well,
cool.
we got a lot of stuff going on here. We're getting prepared and ready for our biggest term of the year, the fall 2023 term. It's the busiest of the year. Students are getting ready. They've been preparing all summer for this. We've got a lot of folks that are in the Maya workshop right now, starting
Right
this
now.
week,
Yeah.
getting prepared for the fall term. And, even though classes are starting, this yesterday, today, tomorrow, it's not too late. It's a little late, but it's not too late if you really wanted to get started right away. If you don't have any Maya experience yet and you wanted to get started, contact us today.
Yeah.
we could.
You got to get
we-
in today.
You got to pretty
Yeah.
much do that today. But if that's a bit too soon, which I know it could be for some people, that we've always got the Maya workshop happening. It happens every 6 weeks,
Every
eight
6 weeks,
times
yeah.
a year, so you can really jump in at any point, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see any
Yeah,
things that I've missed here.
Alex had a good one up there too, because this is a common one that we get, right? Alex Filipov, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a
What
good
do you
one.
guys think about AI possibility of taking our jobs away from us? Interestingly enough, here at Animation Mentor, we private message each other all the time on a platform called Slack, and we always talk about AI and things like that. And
Hmm,
and
hmm.
we actually are kind of, we're totally cool with it. Actually, I think it's going to help, open up even more jobs for us, because there's still going to be a need for a human element, right?
Hmm.
AI can only do so much. How
Right,
can you
right.
convey human emotions properly with AI in there? It just doesn't happen that way. So I think it's going to actually open up a lot more opportunities for people. So we embrace it, bring it on.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I think that you addressed Ernie's question as well. Um, yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that's the best way to move forward with the technology is to embrace it.
Yeah.
Learn. We need to find ways to integrate it into our workflows, but it's not going to be, replacing that
Yeah. It's not going
creative
anywhere.
element. Yeah,
Yeah.
that creative element. Yeah, so
The
that's
more
good. It's
you
great.
fight it, you're just going to not be able to keep up.
It's a good
Right. So
question.
embrace it. Yeah.
And ChatGPT is awesome. Just don't write your application essay with
We catch
ChatGPT
it.
because we'll know.
That's the funny thing, is that even though we are not AI, we can catch a chat GPT all day long.
And a great comment from Allison. I've been feeling very welcomed and super stoked to finally start. You guys did great with that. So thank you.
Bang.
I think that's a big part of who we are
Yeah.
as a school, as a community. Yeah, and it's one of those things that's hard to kind of explain until you've been there. Because Allison and I have been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
But now she's here, she's in class, she's on the student campus, and you can feel that that vibe from the community. It's pretty cool. It's sometimes kind of hard to put in words.
Yeah. Look at William down there. William Wood. Hello, hello. So stoked for the next class. ANO1 has been incredible. That means he's moving into ANO2, body mechanics. We
Sweet.
love that, William. Thank you.
That's Billy.
Kaylee, that's been a worry for her too as an animation student. Thanks for your opinion. That's great. We try to sort of, resolve worries and things like that if we can. So super cool that we could do that. Blah, blah, blah. Love this evolving too. Sebastian, can you talk about upcoming layoffs? You know what? We're not so much hardcore into VFX stuff. We're more into character movement, digital puppets dancing and moving around.
Mhm.
Don't have a lot of, beats on that side of that industry as far as for strikes and things like that. I haven't heard of any of that. I know that big studios like Double Negative, who are pretty much worldwide, they're not having any issues at all. They've got studios all around and looking to open up even more possibly. So that's cool.
Allison keeps the comments coming here. This is a good one.
Sweet.
What would you say is the biggest obstacle for students to overcome, especially new ones? That's a great question. I think there's a
Yeah.
couple of things that we typically see. I think one of the biggest hurdles first is just kind of getting over your fear of Maya. It can be a little bit daunting, a little bit scary,
Yeah.
but the Maya workshop is specifically for that. I think that because Maya is so massive, you can do so many different things. You can do modeling and rigging and animation and lighting and visual. You can do all these different things with Maya. The Maya workshop does a really great job of distilling down what are the specific tools that you need to
Yeah.
know to use Maya for a 3D character animation. So I think
Yeah.
you're in the right place for that. And then I think another big hurdle that I see is, the first three courses are very fundamental. You need to take those first three: animation basics, body mechanics, and then advanced body mechanics. And then we see a little bit of a hurdle transitioning from those fundamentals into acting. So I think there is some obstacles that happen there. I think you can start to prepare for those acting courses early. Just starting to do some reading, some research, talk to other students who've been in those courses as well.
People watch, man.
Yeah, exactly. The campus is great for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a really good question. And Allison, if you have additional questions about that, feel free to contact me. Personally, we can talk more about that too. Cool.
Yeah. LinkedIn user, you over teach Toon Boom. Well, we don't have a specific course for Toon Boom. In our 2D animation workshops, they allow you to choose a 2D software application if you want to use. Some people choose Toon Boom Harmony Essentials. Some will choose something like Rough Animator or something like that. So
Right.
we don't have a specific. The only one that we actually have a specific course to teach you the software is the Maya workshop, not so much in the other courses because there's a lot of options out there to use. But in the industry, Maya is the big dog on the block. And so that's the one that we really focus on for that.
I actually clicked on this message accidentally, but I'll address it just because I do know a little bit about this. Animation is greatly needed in casino gaming industry. As a matter of fact, we're actually partnering with a really well-known casino gaming company that's doing a lot of training with us, and that's a really great area to get into. There's a lot of 2D, 3D animation happening.
That's
there.
pretty cool. That worked because that is something. That's a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I'll tell you, Vegas is not a bad place to be for that.
They got a couple bucks laying around.
They do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maddie's daddy.
Let's see. So, anything else that you saw there?
Yeah. Well, we don't really deal with the voice actor side of things, right? But
yeah. See your question there, or your comment, Lisa. One thing I always encourage people to do who are not animators or looking to collaborate, LinkedIn is a great place to be. And I see you're on LinkedIn now. Search Animation Mentor. A lot of our students, graduates, many people that I talk to are posting their work there. So if you're interested in collaborating with a student or graduate, feel free to reach out directly to AM students or graduates on LinkedIn. That's a good place to connect and network.
Yeah. Cassidy up there. Do you have? You can check hers out. Do you have, is it possible for pairing students with similar interests and levels? I'd love to connect with others in their possible projects, but connecting can be a bit harder. Well, I can tell you this, with our student campus, what's really cool is that not only can you sort of connect with other students that are actually taking classes with, but also graduates are also still active in the studio, in the campus as well. But then there's all these little private discords, right, that are happening as well, to where if you do want to collaborate it out with others with similar interests, you can do that in all these different ways through our student campus. So yeah, that's something it's just sort of organically grown within our student campus. But that's a good question, because collaboration is the key to this thing too.
Absolutely.
Maddie's daddy in Vegas too. A lot of people watching can happen out there. Maddie's daddy, Steve M.
He said he's an animator in the casino gaming industry. Just curious,
where are you at?
Do you work for Light and Wonder?
Tell us it's true.
Cool. So this is a good question, but I think this is a good question. Well, the first part of it is definitely for one of our mentors. Just to clarify what Tim and I do, we are student success coaches, part of the admissions team here. We help students kind of navigate the registration process, figuring out which classes to start off with. Our experience and expertise is around academic advising. And so we're not animators, but we do work very closely with our mentors. And those are great questions to ask animators. And we have had a mentor or two on our live stream here. I think we need to do that again sometime soon, Tim.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are always fun, the Q&As and stuff like that. Maybe somebody that's worked on a recent movie that may or may not be in the theater.
Yeah,
potentially that'd be cool. Which is pretty much everybody that's on our roster,
right? Exactly.
So,
and then the future of animation. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but I feel like we're going some pretty exciting places. I mean, we've got Apple Vision Pro now that's out. There's, I think
all
we're
this
scratching
new stylized animation.
That stuff's really
cool.
The
Ninja Turtle stuff.
The blend of art that's happening with the 2D painting on top of 3D animation stuff is really, really cool.
How's Bula?
Konami.
Amy, he was there for that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. I saw somebody here was brand new. It was their first time. I just wanted to shout them out. Hey, Thea, welcome.
Hey.
Feel free to.
Daddy's working at Konami too, by the way.
Oh, I saw Konami. That's
working on Bat Wars and Starman.
I've heard of that studio.
LinkedIn user, would you teach RenderMan? Yeah, we don't have any sort of specialized courses in RenderMan. You need Maya. They use Presto over there, which is basically Maya, juiced up.
Yep. Juiced up Maya.
Yeah, Bat Wars.
Well, cool. Let's talk. Some turkey?
I love talking turkey. I do.
So we've got, as I mentioned, the Maya workshop is starting this week, but we are accepting applications right now for a couple of terms. We usually accept applications for 2 terms at a time. We've got our fall 2023 term that begins September 25th. And it's hard to believe. Not too late. I think September 1st is our next application deadline for the fall term. So you want to get your application in. But if you're considering applying for the fall term, you want to make sure that you have the basics of Maya down first. If you don't, you're going to need to take the Maya workshop in the fall term and apply for the winter 2024.
Winter term, for sure.
Yeah, and winter 2024, winter is coming. Winter 2024 starts right at the beginning of January. So great, if you've got that New Year's resolution to become an animator and you want to start the year off fresh, what better way to start off the year than starting with animation basics and learning how to animate?
Let me ask you this: if I register for the Maya workshop, I don't even have the software on my computer. What am I supposed to do? What's going to happen?
I think you got to drop like $5,000 or something. No, I'm just kidding. Good news. Great question. Maya, I tell students it's professional level software, so it's priced professionally, and it's not affordable for a lot of students. We totally get that.
No.
Good news is we did all the hard work. We have a great connection with Autodesk. We're actually an authorized Autodesk learning partner, and students of Animation Mentor who are actively enrolled in classes do get access to Maya for 100% free 99.
Bam. Sweet. So they can either download the educational version of Maya or use the Maya license server.
Yep, 2 ways to get it for free.
Sweet, I'm digging on that. And they get to keep it while they're here at the school, so there's even in between classes, they can still continue to use it if they've got the educational version.
A couple other things. We've been talking mainly about 3D character animation. A lot of people don't know what Animation Mentor really does or specializes in, but that's our specialty, 3D character animation. Now, is that all we teach? Tim, do we teach other stuff?
We do teach a lot of different things here. We offer a variety of different workshops that are either 6 weeks and 12 weeks. In our 12-week workshops, we've got 2 creatures courses. One of them is our locomotion creatures course, and then our second one is our fight or flight. So if you envision yourself making a dragon flying down from the heavens and just pick up pick up a leopard or something on its way through. I don't know if they were around the same time or whatever, but whatever. Animation's all about imagination anyway. If you like doing that kind of stuff, those creatures courses are outstanding. A lot of our alumni take those courses to add to their demo reel. We also offer a 2 3D modeling workshops taught by Hong Chan Lim, who's actually the lead modeler at Blizzard. I think I've heard of Blizzard.
I've heard of it.
They're using, in that workshop, they're using ZBrush and Maya instead of a modeling workshop. So we do a modeling 1, which is basic class. Then our modeling 02 is for video games, which is kind of cool. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you like, modeling or want to fly some creatures around, check out those particular workshops. In our 6-week variety, that is a massive list. You got the Maya workshop. We offer 2, this is hard to say, 2 2D animation workshops, 2 2D animation workshops. Pre-visualization workshop, visual development workshop, game animation workshop, and we've got a game animation combat strikes being revised and coming out later. Digital painting taught by one of my favorite humans on the earth, Justin Owens.
Right.
So he's teaching that one. Golly, what did I leave out? Did I leave anything out? Oh, cartoony for 3D animators. So if you're a 3D animator and you like that real stretched out sort of 2D vibe to your animation shots, but with 3D characters, definitely check out that particular course. That's a really awesome course. Add that to your demo reel. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Whoa. Or don't. I'm not advocating smoking.
And Allison, I got another one here. Want to try for the creature animation courses? Well, because dragons, of course.
Why not?
Now, cool. Allison, I don't know if we talked about this, but one thing that's really cool and special is once you finish all 6 courses of the 3D character animation courses, you'll be considered a graduate of Animation Mentor. Very exciting. Got to finish that 6th and final course in the program, which is feature animation, acting, and polish. Once you successfully complete and pass that course, you'll be considered a graduate, and graduates get a 20% alumni discount on the creature animation courses. So that's a really great deal on those ones. So definitely take advantage.
Maddie's daddy took that cartooning workshop too. Sweet. Oh, cool. It's an awesome workshop. I love that thing.
Yeah. Mark Oftedal, fantastic mentor. Yeah. Really, really good.
And he's doing dragon animation right now. Come on. You're living the dream, Steve.
He is. He really is. Hey, I wanted to share. I'm going to hide our little chat here for a moment because I wanted to
Do
share
so.
A little QR code. So we talk a lot about Animation Mentor, what it looks like, the campus, and all this stuff about people interacting. Animation Mentor is much more than just Zoom videos with a mentor and a classmate. It's so much more than that. We have an entire online campus, and it's full of animators from all around the world, as we mentioned. People sharing their work, commenting
Yeah.
on each other's work, reviewing each other's work. The review tools are incredible. And my buddy Tim here, he actually put together a really, really cool campus tour. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you
Oh,
want to see what the campus actually looks like, check out this online campus tour. You can scan that with your phone right now. It'll take you to it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything.
I'm gonna
It's about
test it.
it's about 20 minutes long or so, but it's really cool because it gives you an inside peek as to what the actual campus looks like. Tim takes us on a little tour of that, and it is very cool. Oh, someone scanned the QR code.
It worked. I
Did it take you to the right place? I
it
just wanna
did.
make sure.
I mean,
Cool. That's good.
very cool. Very cool. Yeah. But yeah, the tour is really a great way to kind of see what's behind the curtain, so to speak, right? People like
Yeah.
Steve, who's already sort of been through this, they've lived that, and so, and that's the cool thing is that even people that have graduated from the school, they still have access to the student campus. That's one thing that we sometimes forget that, hey, you could have graduated years ago, but if you want to go back into the student campus and revisit some of your previous lesson plans, your e-critiques, all of that stuff, you can actually log right back into campus for free and revisit all your previous e-critiques, all your lesson plans, look at every
Yep.
shot you've ever created for eternity, and even check out the job board that's on there. That's
Yeah.
updated like almost every day, I think, right?
Right. Totally.
Crazy, man.
Oh, the
Yeah.
QR code popped away. We've got another one here. Can we change to game animation after class 3? I think that's a good point to consider that. You can talk with your student success coach if you want to kind of
That's me.
discuss. Yeah, exactly. What are the workshops that you want to do? Usually, I recommend doing the character animation courses on their own, but at least do the first one so you kind of know what you're getting into. But yeah, that's a good question. I definitely do think that by the time you're done with advanced body mechanics or class 3,
Yeah.
you are ready for the game animation.
And I would use this as an add-in. I wouldn't like go to that point and just take that. You
Right.
mix that in. I see a lot of students that might like mix that in between their courses and then still go through the remainder of their program to
Right.
get their polished portfolio piece, to get their demo reel, because you got to figure that when you leave and you're in the industry looking for jobs, you're up against, guys like Steve that we saw on there,
Mhm.
that's going through a cartoony class and is working an animated dragon. So you want to make sure that you go through this whole process and take your time. As we always say, Mars, animation is a marathon,
It
not a
is.
sprint.
It is. That is true.
I was, I was scanning the code,
Yeah.
and it was popping up with my sorry. Yeah, isn't that weird?
Oh,
Sorry,
it's not
because
working.
is anybody else having any trouble with that? Just to clarify, anybody that scanned the code,
You get
privacy
a,
setting. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just me. Could be just me. So cool.
let's see. We've got more questions here. Allison, you're on a roll. I appreciate all your
She
questions.
is.
I think I asked before, but here, let me bring it up here. Boom.
Boom.
But that memory for a little loss. Are jobs mostly online now, or do they require relocation after graduation? That's a good question. So, I think that a lot of jobs are returning to in person now. There's a lot of hybrid positions. It was interesting
Sure
because Tim and I watch the job boards like pretty regularly. Really great jobs on the job boards on the student campus. But during the pandemic, it was interesting to see how everything lit up remote, and it was great that that it wasn't really affecting animators. They were able to work from home. But things have changed. The pandemic kind of wound down, and then people are returning back to the office, and I think that that's an important part of working in a studio, having that team vibe. But a lot of positions have been hybrid, so it kind of varies. You kind of have to look and see. It really kind of depends on the studio and what their work requirements are and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
good question though.
It's always good to keep an eye on, even though you're just starting out with us. It's always good to kind of see what's out there, right? To
Yeah, yeah.
troll that job board, even though you're not ready for
Early.
it yet.
Yeah.
Early is just key, so you can kind of see what people are hiring for, where they're hiring at, how many are remote. Because we saw when COVID was hitting, there was a ton of remote gigs, right? And then a lot of them, like Mars said, have kind of gone back to, either hybrid or sort of in studio positions. But keep an eye on it.
Yep. Cool. What else? It's a little quiet today. Got any other questions?
That Febin one up there might be a good one for Cam, possibly, right? Kept me thinking, because that might be something. Yeah, because he's in that stuff, virtual production courses. Not sure what that one is. But hey, the one thing I did want to talk about though, from Animation Mentor student community side of things, right? Because I know you want to talk some is some of the stuff that we do that is animation related, but it's more for community. It's our Women in Animation Student Club.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Tell us all about that.
That Women in Animation Student Club, we partnered with Women in Animation several years ago. Animation Mentor did, and we're actually one of their sponsors, and also offer quite a few scholarship opportunities through Women in Animation. So you can actually go to WIA.org and become a member of Women in Animation. Their overall goal by 2025 is to even out the playing field between men and women in the animation industry. And so that's why we partnered with them, because Animation Mentor is not all just about animation. We also want to be good humans too, right? And so we try to do our part as best as possible to kind of even that score as well. And so we partnered with them, have many scholarship opportunities for them. But then we decided, how crazy would that be to start a student club for an online school? Never heard of with Women in Animation. We became that school. Now we're up to about 200 members of our Women in Animation Student Club.
That's amazing.
If you're already a student animation mentor, you go to that search bar, type in WIA. It's going to bring up the entire student club profile. If you want to join, if it sounds like something that you want to do and you want to hang out for special events or meet up on weekends virtually, check it out. There's a lot of opportunities, even from the job board standpoint, that we don't even have on our job board that's specific to WIA. So if you have a chance, show some support for WIA and jump in.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool. And I've got a little bit of extra I wanted to add in here too. This is for anybody that's maybe currently working at a studio. Maddie's daddy. This may might relate to you and your studio as well. A lot of people don't know Animation Mentor. We specialize in teaching students 3D character animation, but we also have some really great business options as well. We partner very closely with studios, other organizations, businesses for animation training. And so we offer everything from special volume discount prices if you're having a group of animators come here. We can do special master classes, so lecture style learning, where we would do a variety of different different times and subjects we can discuss with your studio, and we even do custom workshops. That's another thing that I'm currently working on with a really big company actually that does some very cool VFX for some shows you might have heard, like Stranger Things and
heard of it.
Game of Thrones. You might have heard of those.
Winter's coming.
So we're working very closely with some very well-known studios and on some special training. So that is another thing that we offer. So if you do work for a studio and you're looking to partner with a really great organization and learn from some of the best in the industry, from Pixar, DreamWorks, Disney, all those major studios, and we've worked with many game studios too. Again, Maddie's daddy, the kind of talking to you too a little bit. If you or if you know anybody within your department or your group that's interested in training, feel free to reach out to me, because I'm our studio training advisor here as well.
Yep, sure enough. Good call. Cool.
Well, cool. Well, thank you, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. Hard to believe 30 minutes is flying by.
Wow.
We do this every month, and it's for you so that you can learn more about Animation Mentor, what it's all about. I threw one more QR code up there for you if you're interested in the application link. And because this will be replayed on all the different...
Maddie's daddy. Sorry. It threw me off. Come on, man. Dancing rhinos, now you got that thing. Come on.
cracking us up. But yeah, there's lots of ways to contact us. So let me pop up some information here. Be sure to follow us on all of the different platforms here at Animation Mentor. You can call us or text us at 877-426-3628. And you can email us directly to admissions@animationmentor.com. Tim, you got anything for us before we go?
No, man. I mean, I think we did it all today. We had a lot of folks hanging out with us from around the world. We had some great questions coming in. So yeah, hopefully, yeah. Hey, I'm an AM grad, by the way. I knew you were a grad, Steve M, Maddie's daddy.
We had a feeling.
Yeah. He drank the Kool-Aid basically, and now he's with us forever. You're never leaving. No, I think that was it, man. I think it was a good event. A lot of great questions, like I said. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, hit us up. But
yeah,
have an awesome day. Keep animating.
Keep animating. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Allison. Tim is so cool.